not happening?
Well, I mean, it's been up and down, and it's such an X-factor map. It can go so well, it can go so poorly, but Tempo has luckily not lost a ton of ground to Lazarus. Well, since yesterday they have, but today it's been kind of a trade back and forth between who has a rough game and who doesn't. But Ghost Gaming, they do move back again to the left side of the leaderboard. I think they're sitting now in 8th place. And it's so close between the 3rd and 10th place position, or excuse me, the 3rd and 8th place positions, that really everything changes from game to game.
Yeah, you cannot let up on the gas in the same way that teams in the final games of a phase, you don't want to go into the mindset of, oh, we've already won, we just need to play safe. It's the same idea when looking at PGC points. Oh, we're already qualified, we just don't want to do anything risky to give it away. Well, no, that's how you ended up in a tricky position to start with, and then you're going to get overtaken by the teams who understand that they still need to go hard, they still have everything to lose.
Ghost actually taking some fire in their parachutes from Tempo Storm. Ghost, of course, back in boot camp. We'll see what the circle does this time around, as it so much dictates the flow of this map, and it's going to be that,
there it is,
that northwestern circle, or at least as northwest as you can get on Sanhok. So Sonics, we've seen this play out time and time again. This is, imagine the game where Sonics want to turn their fortunes and try and move back up the leaderboard.
Already, because it's been a while since we've seen this circle, looking at it, United have given up sort of positioning the fight for that tower. But Vegas picking up the bolt, doesn't even have a scope on it, trying to go for a nice knock against player 1, but that's not going to happen. After seeing this circle, you know that neither of these teams wants to be stuck in an engagement. It's actually going to be a Car 98 dry sort of fight back and forth.
Definitely dry, as there's no shots landing, and both players have given up on the Iron Sight bolt action quarry to compound fighting, as Player One Esports trying to get their loot phase underway. And now the question begins: where do all these Eastern teams try and rotate? Rumblers really struggle with this circle, and Lazarus has benefited from this circle. They're in a great position to bridge camp, hold teams out on the northern rotations. And Tempo is in the same position as Wildcard. It's just a hard circle to deal with if you're not on the main island, or if you're on this, if you're not in the northwestern side. My
question for Lazarus right now: they have succeeded on this circle by taking the compounds on the east coast of that island. However, because United left the fight for that tower against Sonics, they now have priority over that. So the win condition that Lazarus have found for this circle is not necessarily available anymore. And so I'm curious to see what they're going to do, if they even recognize that. You can already see a player swimming across that's going to be uncivil in the water. Everyone else going to be in one single truck. They could be driving directly into E United. You can see them off in the distance already holding ground.
Lazarus is going to cross the bridge very early. Taylor J laying in wait. He's got the kit ready to go.
This is a trap.
It could very well be just that. United is in great spot here. Stabs in the foreground. Shots ring out. Lazarus, this could be disastrous. Lots of shots do land on vehicle. More shots coming, but Stab's got the M24. That to QBU might be able to do more damage. Taylor is going to be lying on wait in the wall, waiting for them to come across. The nade does come out. Lazarus is going to avoid this, and they will elude the grasp, at least, before this next nade comes out. We'll see what happens. Taylor will watch them run past as 4, and Lazarus will get around behind United.
United would have wanted a lot more damage onto Lazarus to give Taylor J an opportunity in this fight, but he's actually going to hold ground, and Balefrost arrives in a truck as well. But Lazarus, all 4 inside the compound. This is not what I expected this fight to look like right now. Shoes arrived as well. Stab is still off in the distance, but he's hopped in a vehicle for himself, and United, they want to take this fight.
Wondering what kind of utility, no meds or no med kit or first aids on Balefrost, only 5 bandages. United did not give themselves a ton of time to loot, and we'll see if that costs them, as Lazarus now has a compound hold, and this is United trying to dislodge them. Meanwhile, Wolf is going to find Baja, go for the full flush there. Hetero is going to go down, and SSG on the northern side in a surprise move. Endemic is up there trying to get across early, and they trip over SSG, taking 2.
I think this is new by Endemic. They used to actually loot in Hot 10 where United took this game. I don't know if Space Station were able to catch that out or not, and they get punished because they drive directly into it. But back onto this engagement, Stab, you can see on the left side, coming in from an opposite flank, holding the high ground. But the damage by Lazarus continues to keep E United at bay.
Stab has opted to go on the high side to look to try and get a pick and allow the rest of his team to get in and deal with Lazarus. But Sharu in the foreground, he doesn't have any frag grenades, only smoke grenades. And this is now going to be a bit of a waiting game, as Lazarus is just conceding ground slowly, Stab will chuck a Molotov off the mountain to see what happens there.
Over here on the south side, on the South Island, it's Player One and Vanquish. Vanquish with the surround. Player One certainly know that they're here. They're going to do double push with... Oh, I thought that player was actually inside the building. And that could give an opportunity for Vanquish to pounce back. Aguila running back out, leaving his team, or actually grouping up, but Reno could have an opportunity to get a knock.
Vanquish is not the best team fighting squad here, but Player One Esports is very close together. And just info gathering now. No one has fired a shot. I'm not sure if they're just observing Player One Esports. And I don't know who wants to pull the trigger, but Finna has a line onto Lamp a lot. Spots one and gonna back away. Finna, not the highest statistical output in the NPL, but given the opportunity, he okay.
What are Vanquish doing?
Now's the time. Now you got to do. Oh, he misses the spray. He misses the second spray. Finna going for it, just trying to hold on, and now it's a 2v1. His opportunity gone. He does get Lamp a lot down. Maybe he can get D-Treats as well. Gonna go for the flush, can't get it. Gets another down onto D-Treats. Now Finna's getting after it. He's got two down here. UA David, he's coming down the hill. But it looks like Player One Esports is scattered and frustrated.
Vanquish looked like they were giving Player One any and all ground in this fight, but Fozu comes out, starts the engagement right before I was worried Finna was going to get discovered and taken down by a solo, and now it is just David as the solo on Player One, forced to retreat. Vanquish, surprising my expectations, able to turn this heavily into their favor.
Player One Esports just doesn't have the same feeling that they seem to have last phase. Even, you know, as we sit here watching them, not nearly as happy talking with each other, but obviously it's been rough. You come into the league, you have one moderately successful season, you try and make some changes, try and improve, and this is the result. 16th place, game number 2 here on Sanhok. Not the result they want, but it's happened so frequently this phase to Player One Esports.
If they just spotted out David, or sorry, Finna, just a couple of moments earlier, it could have been a completely different engagement. Like, Vanquish were almost letting Player One zone out their solo player, but Fozo on an off angle, off camera, able to start it off and make it work, and we are going to see a shift towards the north. It is now inarguable that it's going to end in Sonics in the dead center, and they're already holding the top of that hill. It's going to be the teams that are surrounding it that are going to be fighting over the points before they're forced to push up into that unfortunate high ground.
This circle always ends just to the north of where Sonics is, if not right on that spot. It's always around that South Hawtin Hill, so I imagine Sonics are not going to move an inch. They're feeling real good about their position. United, they've actually backed off of Lazarus back into Hawtin itself, and now we're watching Envy inspecting the dolphins that are endemic, swimming one at a time across the channel in a migration pattern similar to salmon.
I'm wondering why Envy didn't want to take those shots. They might be worried about endemic actually giving, like, drowning themselves to avoid giving the points away. But Wolf is also there already on the opposite side, and he's already taken a couple of shots at distance. Don't exactly know where that was. He may just be revealing himself to deter any sort of aggression from Envy. But Endemic, it looks like they are surprisingly going to be able to make their way across the river.
Just little fishes, man. Little swams. Look at him go. Look at Chris Beer. Look at him go. It's like a little guppy. Oh, here we go. Los HD's 1 HP, and he's battling with Zenith. This is inside boot camp. It's been the battle site for so many different rounds. And now Waldo, he's just kind of inspecting. Zenith is probably just trying to get around Rumblers. They're on the edge of the zone. They do have to cross the water gap.
Yeah, but they got to take this fight first, and Zenith is a perfect opportunity for Rumblers to collect some points. Certainly been more successful in team fights in previous positions, but you already saw a Zenith player on the high ground. You can see Loki in the distance trying to third party this with Microfight in a fight with another player, and Los does go down to Roth. This could turn against them.
Little headshot peaks Microfight trying to deal with. Difficult area. It's a very complex spot to try and team fight. There's lots of different paths you can get to, and with one player down, it's Los HD. That's the man you want to keep moving. As Waldo is looking for Walt Jr., who's just flanking on foot. The underhand grenade toss, and that's what you get for that, as Waldo takes down Walt. And that's that, as Chubba Bubba will actually steal that kill from far away. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it just was. Oh my God, Roth then eliminated by K-Mind, and the brakes have been put on to Zenith very quickly.
It's all coming apart. They have spread way too far out into position that gets third party easily. And Los, this was his first knock, and so his bleed out time was long enough for Rumblers to make sure that they were secure it.
He backed away. They're worried about the underhand grenade tosses of Zenith, which have not been effective so far, but they're going to stick the res now. And here comes another grenade. Waldo's going to put it up top. That's likely going to bounce right next to Patron's head. Oh, actually bounces out and away, missing the door frame. Maybe bounced out the window. Here comes a follow-up. Waiting for that one. Close. Doesn't do any damage.
It's in the front room. It hasn't made its way far back yet, but by doing so, be able to figure out exactly where Patron is holding.
Oh, nice molly.
That's a good
baby.
time, but he's going to rush through it. Wasn't spotted, he was.
Oh, perfectly placed Molotov, and Patron ran right into it as Zenith goes down in 15th.
Endemic now across the water, coming face to face against E United. E United backed away from that engagement with Lazarus. They realized that it was not in their favor to take it.
I hate when you're just suddenly on fire like that. It's just never a good feeling.
Yeah, it's not fun.
E United looking down towards Endemic. We're going to see another shift, and guess what? It's going right to where we expected, right on top of Sonics. Lazarus feeling good, and now Envy's got to battle their way through the remnants of Space Station to get across the road. And oh, they sent it right inside of J-Sank's compound, and Moody's the first one down and out, looking towards low key. They're just kind of prone out here, as they're prone.
I mean, they're waiting for Rumblers to move into them, but they have to worry about getting into the circle themselves.
Where
I'd like
is
to see
Envy
them go
going?
aggressive. Somewhere. They're probably going to go through boot camp, but as we've already seen, we know that there are teams inside that position as well.
Look at Ghost. You can't even see them on the, like, even on the map stream. Ooh. They're way on the southern side. So Ghost hasn't made their way into the zone yet either, and they're crossing on foot on the bridge on the south. Meanwhile, Genesis has been kind of watching this coastline. And here's Moody just driving literally into J-Sank's building. That's the easiest kill you're ever going to get here, folks.
I mean, there's not much that NB can do about that. They lost priority earlier on by taking it way too slow and rubbing shoulders with SSG, with Endemic, trying to get in from the northern side. But over here, the Rumblers pushing into low key, and they are just taking this fight easy as it comes. Look how far spread out they are, but they have no fear, partly because they have no time for fear, because the blue is already pushing in.
So it looks like, I'm not sure why the low key was just prone there, but they have moved off on foot to the foot bridge, and they'll be crossing on the southern side. Rumblers looking for the remnants. Here's Ghost. We were talking about them coming all in half health on the southern side. The zone still closing as they're taking a lot of damage, but they've had a very tough rotation. This is not Ghost Circle, and they have used a lot of meds as Vegas, and now still has to chase the zone, and Vanquish is right there. This could be disaster, Cam.
But does Vanquish know that there could be a team coming up from right behind them? Vegas should be spotting out Tetra. Doesn't want to take the spray just yet. Wants to wait for him as well as the rest of his team to get into a better position to take this fight. But Tetra behind that rock may slow it down just momentarily, but no, they're not looking behind them.
They can't start the fight. Their zones, Cam. They can't do anything about this.
No, but Vanquish can't do anything about it either because they don't know that Ghosts are there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the shots do come out. Oh, they do get Tetra down. It took a little while, but now all of Vanquish, well, actually the rest of Vanquish is pretty far away, so Ghost should now be able to get into the zone, but they do have Tempo Storm atop the hill, and Tempo has them 100% zone, so Ghost is not going to have an easy time. Pride in the Ronnie, and he's trying to find his way. It looks like a Player One Esports Ronnie with the colors there.
Driving in the same place that Ghost did, and they're taking way too much damage from the blue because there was a long rotation for them. Pride's gonna get taken out. It's just Terra left, forced off even deeper into the blue, and once this thing closes, it's gonna do a whole heck of damage right now. Ghost, though, up against Tempo Storm.
Yeah, this is a nice little position here, Cam. Tempo's got Ghost 100% lined up on the edge of the zone, and you called it. That zone is going to start deleting people. Vegas is going to have to stick the med immediately. The zone shift is going to finish in about 5 seconds. Meanwhile, Drassel taking down Pax. Low key is where is low key coming from? Why is Pax there? So Ghost is now going to get the finish, and now they have to deal with Tempo head on with the zone at their back. I think Ghost is in a lot of trouble.
They are, but they still have 4 up. If they can land their shots, if they don't take too much damage from the blue, McCoy looks like he might be going down. But just the distraction from low key keeps Ghost from being able to focus on Tempo Storm, and that keeps them out in the blue. McCoy does go down to the zone. Vegas goes down to Sharp Shot. And wow, Microfy actually finds Lobes because Rumblers are still in the blue themselves. Everyone is still in the blue.
I honestly, Cameron, I had no idea there was a low-key player on the screen. I was looking at Vegas taking damage. They're just like, they're random snakes all over the place is low-key. And there's another one. Oh my God, Chubba Bubba, there you are. Imagine that.
And he can't do anything because the Rumblers are right here. Ghosts are way off, like not way off, but right close in the distance. Shrimsy's coming up to this position. It's all chaos here on the southeast side.
Shrimsy's going to go down to the zone. I don't know if he's got enough time. It's going to be very close. Oh, Chubba Bubba is getting kills. Microfry is going to get downed. Shrimsy will stick the med. And Chuba now has definitely been heard. Shrimsy, again, trying to collect whatever he can resources-wise. Ghost, it's all come down to just him, and it's just a matter of time here. As Genesis, this is where they need to maybe flex off and worry a little bit more about zone position, as they're in the edge of the zone as well, but K-Mine will find Waldo.
You saw in the replay, Lazarus actually moved up onto that hill and punished EU United for that. But still here on the southeastern side, Shrimsy waiting it out once again, and Genesis know full well that there are still a couple of players on this side. Chuba and Shrimsy still alive, trying to make it in, and they're able to find Chuba.
Down to the zone, I think. Oh, no, it's going to be K-Mine picking him up. That was damn close, but nice plays there. 4 kills for Genesis.
And Genesis still have 3 up, 3 remaining. This could be another solid game for them if they can climb up the hill and if Shrimsy doesn't deal too much damage.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was wondering if he was going to try and make a play. Oh, he's out of first aid, so it's going to be pretty damn difficult to survive this one unless he can find a last-minute first aid. Will Shrimsy be able to do it? Does the body have anything on it? Oh, I don't know. He's got to make it. He's got a prone. He's got to go straight for the med. It's not going to happen. Sharky's going to get him. Ghost Gaming, 12th place.
Sharky's going to find them, but look how far into the zone Genesis has been able to make it. Tony V is trying to send some couple of shots with no knock that could kind of give up the Ghost. Over here, though, Lazarus versus EU United.
I get it. Give up the Ghost.
Yeah.
J-Sank's going to go down, and he's been spotted by United. Oh, Alo with the bolt action. He's got the 2x. The man's playing war mode out here as he's trying to land those shots. You can see now why DMRs are just the preferred choice. Those are downs, and he's just going to go to the AR, try and get anything going there, the 2x as well. So, yes, talk more about bolts there, Cameron.
It's a 2x, okay? I don't want to hear it. That's not a fair comparison. But still, he is keeping EU United pinned. If they had a couple of grenades, it would be a perfect pocket to find it in. But Interrogate finding a couple of kills against Endemic. Still alive, NVR, able to make it into the top 10. But how much further can he go?
The rest, I say the rest is only Endemic left, or sorry, excuse me, Crispier left. As or did we lose?
Yeah, Endemic are out.
Yeah, they're down. That's it. I saw Endemic, or I saw Crispier on the minimap there for a moment, but that was Reload going down and out. So now it's Vanquish leading the way with 5 kills. Temple Storm behind them. Nice nade. Civ drops the hammer on Balefrost and Stab.
And the high ground for Purdy Curdy. Easy spray down Lazarus. Just lie in wait. And EU United knew that they were there, but they ran out of options and were forced to run into the grenades and the crosshair and Lazarus, though. Perfect timing, because now they need to continue to push in. Down on the southern side, though, Tempo Storm and Vanquish. Vanquish are still able to make it up here.
Sonic's quiet, but they all of a sudden have Tempo Storm at their doorstep. Finna unleashing on the Maluk. Can't get the down. Those sprays are difficult at that distance.
That could be big, though.
Very big, as Reno is elsewhere, kind of patrolling the edge of the zone. And there were some more shots at Sharpshot trying to defend his IGL. Going for the rescope. Reno's going to take down Leda. The finish will go to Pistola. And these are the slopes. This is where things get real dicey.
Yeah, this is where they get really, really rough. You see Wildcard up on the northwest, and they have failed to make it to the summit every single time from this angle, but they've been able to pick up a couple of kills at least. And that was old Wildcard. That was early Wildcard. Let's see if they can't do anything better this time around. They're sticking together as a group. Keenan on the high ground, trying to keep them.
They're lined up, though. You got to be real careful there. Oh, nice headshot there from Adam, as now they're going to go for the grenades. Woolly's got one in the pocket as well. Pivotal grenade coming from Woolly. Keenan's got to back away. Bounces one up and over. The slope is hard to hit grenades, and they can't get any damage. Adam is going to continue to spray away, but Keenan's doing more and more damage. And now the grenades continue to roll downhill. Wildcard on the ropes to Sonics, as all 4 line up, and they're taking this right to him. Penta taking damage. Tony will go down, and there is only one Wildcard player. I think it's Kickstart. He's going on a wide flank as the sprays continue to come, and now Vanquish will go down as Sonic's putting the brakes on Wildcard.
Riot Squad over here up against Tempo Storm. They lost later, though. They lost what we've been calling their raid boss. But the high ground from Sharpshot dealing some heavy damage. No knock just yet, and 2 downs for Tempo Storm. They've got to come up with something to make this work, but Luke gets finished. Sharky gets finished. 2 versus 3, but the high ground, high ground.
Beautiful shot there from Sharpshot, as he's going to flush VZ, who always seems to be caught in these unfortunate positions. But Mystery's got to shoot uphill as well. Sharpshot doing a great job to pick up any kills he can. Zampa is his support. But Sonics are watching this happen from not too far away, and he is dancing very close. You know how easy it is to slip off these rocks.
The problem is Riot Squad, where do they go? If they wait too long, they're going to be trapped here up against the wall with no place to go except back out into the blue, but they don't want to move because they're scared of Tempo Storm's peaks. They're going to need to push over just counterclockwise towards the east.
Well, they're in the zone, Cam. I mean, they can just wait
For
it
now.
out. Yeah. No, it's going to be difficult for them, but they're in a spot where they can't really move without being spotted above. And Protege is going to sneak out a little bit, move a little bit further right underneath a sharp shot. And you can see just how close he has to get to the edge of the zone. He leaves his head exposed. But, man, he can land those shots. So you have to be able to hit against sharp shot. But Lazarus, they're coming in on the other side. You can see them on the minimap. It's going to be the Sonics taking that fight as well, as they're kind of spread all over the place.
Blue is closing in. Sharp shot, he's not going over aggressive. He doesn't want to slip down the rocks, as you said, but Mystery and Protege able to make it closer without getting spotted because of that sort of angular problem that Sharp shot is coming across. Protege sneaking higher and higher up, but will he get spotted by Genesis? Genesis have been playing it quiet so far as well.
Now the circle shift comes in, comes down to
Zampa.
Essentially Zampa's the only one in the circle aside from Wooly, but now Zampa is probably going to call for Sharp Shot to play as 2. I don't really know what they're trying to accomplish aside from picking up these kills in the Riot Squad.
Points, man.
Every single point matters. And Alo gets spotted by Tiggleton. He's jumping and he's, taking a lot of damage in return. Luke will step up to support, but Alo will get flushed out by Wooly. And now the nade comes out. It's been so great for Lazarus. And there's another beautiful
nade.
one. Tig goes down. But I don't think they have enough time or enough space to push off of that as Wooly goes for the quick res. No follow-up grenade. Tony V trying to protect. Lazarus being very cautious in how they move. Purdy will spot one, and Tig will get rezzed. Lazarus, I think, may have lost whatever advantage they have, and yes, indeed, Sonics will clean them up.
Yeah, Keenan was there on the flank, just Sonics controlling that entrance into the circle very well, and they get a couple more kills for themselves. Still 4 up, even if they're on the edge. Genesis here and Riot Squad all getting closer and closer to Tempo Storm. Zampa has not moved back to Sharp Shot because they don't want to give away the center. And that just shows the trust that he has in his teammate in Sharp Shot for being able to clutch out these maybe even 1v2 fights that he's going to be coming across.
If Genesis can get another placement here, that would be terrific. K-Mine's going to find Mystery, and now everyone knows what's going on. The zone is closing. H-Win takes a lot of damage, but that's another elimination and 2 more kills to Genesis. That's got to feel real good as they continue to climb up the leaderboard. Now the Sonics getting more active. They found Tempo. K-Mine going for the kill steal. He won't get it. Wooly finishes it off with a clutch kill, and now it's only Zampa left for Tempo.
1v4 and a 1v2, but the nades come out from Genesis to try and usurp Sonics.
A little bit more to go. They could get the zone here, Cam. It's just a little bit of a ridgeline to work with. Wooly prone in the foreground, Zampa way out on the ledge. And now this is the final zone. 7 alive, and this is the equalizer. Zampa, if he gets spotted out, it's going to be a 3v2. K-Mine and H-Win versus Tiggleton, Wooly, and I believe that's Keenan. Oh, those shots come out. K-Mine taking lots of damage.
Tony V up right above them. You can see on the minimap. It's hard to tell because it's so small at this point, but he's up on the high ground. He's giving high ground priority to Sonics, and he's going to be sacrificing himself to the blue, but look how much damage he is doing to Genesis.
That's just that. And Tony V, I couldn't see him, but he could see K-Mind, and now Sonics are looking for the victory. Steps up into Zampa, gives away a point, however, and Zampa's going to stick the med. Here comes another peek. Who's going to step up into Zampa's jaws? Like, bye-bye. Oh, Wooly picks him out of the air, though, and that's 12 kills to Sonics, plus the win.
The retreat comes a little too late for Zampa, but still 12-kill victory for Sonics. They show that if the circle goes to the northwest, they will take that hand over fist.
Absolutely. That is the circle that Sonics wanted. Wooly picks up a couple of nice kills there. Picks Zampa out of the air like a pigeon as Sonics light up the arena once again. It's been a while, but they're still here and they're still kicking.
But look at this game.